2 seconds later.
Oh! He needs some milk!
They were like, Pop, why you all like that? Why you talk like that? Why you all like that?
Now, as you have just witnessed, Dylan and I committed the same crime, but he got 1 extra minute in timeout, or 20% more time. This may seem like a small difference, but when being faced with years in prison, this 1 minute can become 1 year extra in jail. Now, Dylan, what does this extra 20% mean?
Thanks, Noah. 20% is the average time difference between a white man and a black man for the same exact crime. How is it possible, Noah?
Well, in 2005, during the Booker versus United States case, the courts decided that judges were allowed to enhance the sentences based on evidence not provided by the jury.
This means that there is more personal bias in the courtroom. When the judges are able to have personal bias, then they're more likely to give stronger sentences to different people.
In the last 20 years, bias has been increasing in the courtroom. One way to stop this is to make judges abide by stricter sentencing guidelines.
Noah, I completely agree with you. Judges have become way too biased in the last 20 years. We can't have judges being able to give people different times just on the way they look.
Nationally, 1 in 81 black adults are serving time in U.S. state prison. This is nearly 5 times the rate of white Americans.
Wisconsin leads the nation in black imprisonment rates. 1 in every 36 black Wisconsinites is in prison.
In more than 12 states, half the prison population is black. This number is shocking because 13% of the population is made up of African Americans.
7 states maintain a black to white disparity larger than 9-1. California, Connecticut, Iowa, Maine, Minnesota, New Jersey, and Wisconsin.
Latin individuals are incarcerated in state prisons at a rate that is 1.3 times the incarceration of whites. Ethnic disparities are highest in Massachusetts, which reports an ethnic differential of 4 to 1 to 1.
When former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd by kneeling on his neck in 2020, the world witnessed the most racist elements of the U.S. criminal legal system on broad display.
The uprisings that followed George Floyd's death articulated a vision for transforming public safety practices and investments. Almost 1 year later, Chauvin was convicted for Floyd's death, a rare outcome among law enforcement officers who kill unarmed citizens.
The fight for racial justice within the criminal legal system continues. However, the data findings featured in this report epitomize the enormity of this task.
One way to eliminate racial injustice in the criminal justice system is to eliminate mandatory sentences for all crimes. Mandatory minimum sentences, habitual offender laws, and mandatory transfer of juveniles to the adult criminal system give prosecutors too much authority while limiting the discretion of impartial judges. These policies contributed to a substantial increase in the sentence length and time served in prison. This disproportionately imposed undoubtedly harsh sentences on Black and Latin individuals. Our final recommendation is to decriminalize low-level drug offenses. Discontinuing the arrests and prosecution for low-level drug offenses, which often lead to the accumulation of prior convictions which accumulate disproportionately in communities of color. These convictions generally drive further and deeper involvement in the criminal legal system.
Racial injustice has gone on for too long in this country.
It's time to put an end to this.